Most people get this wrong the moment they hear Dominican Republic. They assume it is only a tourism-driven economy or a place for offshore shortcuts. But here's the truth no one tells you. The Dominican Republic actually has a structured, legally recognized company formation system with real compliance rules, tax obligations, and formal registration procedures. Now, here is the real problem. Most beginners either underestimate the process completely, or assume it works like a quick online offshore setup. And both assumptions lead to delays, rejections, or expensive mistakes. So in this video you are going to learn exactly how to start a company in the Dominican Republic in 2026. We will cover company types, legal requirements, step-by-step incorporation, documents needed, banking setup, tax structure, costs, timelines, residency considerations, and the biggest mistakes to avoid. By the end, you will have a clear, practical roadmap from idea to fully operational company in the Dominican Republic. And we are starting right away with the foundation. Because before anything else you need to understand how the Dominican business system actually works. The Dominican Republic is one of the fastest growing economies in the Caribbean. It has a mix of tourism, manufacturing, services, and foreign investment zones. And it follows a civil law system, influenced by Spanish legal tradition. Now here's where most people get confused. They assume Caribbean jurisdictions are all the same. But the Dominican Republic is not a simple offshore registration zone. It is a regulated onshore economy with clear company laws and tax compliance rules. That means you must follow a formal incorporation process including government registration, tax registration, and banking verification. Now here's where it gets interesting. The country also offers special economic zones that provide tax incentives for export-oriented businesses, which makes it attractive for international entrepreneurs who structure things correctly. Now let's talk about company types. The most common company structure in the Dominican Republic is the SRL, which stands for Sociedad de Responsabilidad Limitada. This is similar to an LLC in the United States or a private limited company in the UK. There is also the SA, or Sociedad Anónima, which is used for larger corporations and more complex business structures. Now, here's where it becomes important. For most foreign entrepreneurs, the SRL is the preferred structure because it is simpler, requires lower capital, and has fewer administrative requirements. Now let's talk about capital requirements. An SRL in the Dominican Republic typically requires a minimum capital, which is not always strictly enforced at high levels, but you should plan for a reasonable operational capital deposit depending on your business activity. Now, here's the key detail. This capital is not a fee. It belongs to the company and can be used for operations after registration. Now here's a curiosity loop for you. In a minute, I will show you the exact step-by-step process that determines whether your Dominican company gets approved quickly or gets stuck in bureaucratic delays due to documentation or tax registration issues. But first, let's answer an important question. Can foreigners start a company in the Dominican Republic? The answer is yes. Foreigners can fully own companies in the Dominican Republic. There are no nationality restrictions on ownership in most business sectors. However, there are conditions. You must complete legal registration, appoint a local registered address, and comply with tax and corporate regulations. Now here's what most beginners miss. Even though ownership is open, compliance is strict. You cannot ignore tax registration or banking verification. Now let's move into the actual process. Company formation in the Dominican Republic is a multi-step legal process. It includes name registration, drafting company, bylaws, notarization, commercial registry filing, tax registration, and bank account opening. And in a minute, I will break each step down so clearly that you can follow it even if you have never registered a company before. But first, let's talk about documents. You will need identification documents, proof of address, shareholder details, company bylaws, and sometimes a power of attorney if you are not physically present. Now here's where most beginners make a mistake. They underestimate the importance of properly drafted bylaws. In the Dominican Republic, bylaws define your company's entire legal structure. Now let's go step by step. Step 1 is choosing your company name. You must check availability and reserve your business name through the National Office of Industrial Property. Now here's where it becomes important. Name approval ensures that your business identity is unique and legally protected. Step 2 is drafting company bylaws. This document defines ownership, share distribution, management structure, and operational rules. Now here's where most people fail. They use generic templates that do not comply with local legal requirements. That causes delays during registration. Step 3 is notarization. Your company documents must be notarized by a Dominican public notary before submission to the commercial registry. Now here's the key insight. This step makes your company legally valid in document form before government registration. Step 4 is registration with the Chamber of Commerce and Production. This is where your company is officially recorded in the commercial registry. Now here's where it gets real. Once registered, your company becomes a legal entity recognized under Dominican law. Step 5 is tax registration with the Dirección General de Impuestos Internos, also known as DGG. Now let's pause here because this is critical. Many beginners assume company registration is enough. But in the Dominican Republic, tax registration is mandatory for legal operation. Without it, your company cannot issue invoices or operate legally. Now here's where it gets interesting. Tax registration also determines your VAT obligations, income tax structure, and compliance reporting requirements. Step 6 is obtaining a tax identification number. This number is required for all financial transactions and business operations. Now here's a retention moment. The next step is where many foreign entrepreneurs face delays, and it is almost always related to banking compliance. Step 7 is opening a corporate bank account. Banks in the Dominican Republic require full due diligence checks, including proof of business activity, source of funds, and identification verification. Now here's the solution. A clear business plan and properly structured documentation significantly improve approval chances. Now let's talk about a real-world example. Imagine Alex, an online consulting entrepreneur from India. He wants to serve clients in Latin America and North America. He chooses the Dominican Republic for its tax structure and regional access. He registers an SRL company, completes notarization, obtains tax registration, and opens a business bank account. Now he has a legally recognized Latin American company structure with access to regional markets. This is how real entrepreneurs use the system. Now let's talk about timelines. In a smooth case, company formation in the Dominican Republic takes around 2 to 6 weeks depending on document preparation and banking approval. Now here's the key insight most people miss. The timeline is not controlled by registration alone. It is controlled by notarization speed, registry processing, and bank compliance checks. Now let's talk about costs. The cost of starting a company includes name registration fees, notary fees, legal assistance if used, tax registration costs, and banking setup requirements. But here's what really matters. The biggest cost is not money. It is delays caused by incomplete documentation or incorrect filings. Now let's move into ongoing obligations. Once your company is active, you must maintain accounting records, submit tax filings, and comply with monthly or annual reporting requirements depending on activity level. Now, here's a common mistake. Many beginners assume small companies have relaxed compliance rules. That is not true. Compliance applies to all registered entities. This is why many businesses hire local accountants to ensure accuracy and avoid penalties. Now, let's talk about VAT and taxation. The Dominican Republic applies VAT, known locally as ITBIS, on goods and services. If your business exceeds thresholds or operates in taxable categories, VAT registration becomes mandatory. Corporate income tax also applies depending on profits and structure. Now here's the final insight before we wrap up. The Dominican Republic is not an offshore shortcut. It is a structured Latin American jurisdiction with real compliance rules, real taxation, and real business opportunities for properly set up companies. Now, let's quickly summarize everything. To start a company in the Dominican Republic in 2026, you choose a company name, draft bylaws, notarize documents, register with the Chamber of Commerce, complete tax registration, obtain a tax registration, obtain a tax ID, open a bank account, and maintain ongoing compliance. The biggest takeaway is simple. Success in the Dominican Republic comes from preparation, documentation accuracy, and understanding local compliance systems. And now you have a complete roadmap from idea to fully operational company. If you found this guide helpful, make sure to like the video, leave a comment with your questions, and subscribe. In upcoming videos, I will break down more international company formation strategies across Latin America and the Caribbean for 2026. Go.